Hi, this is Pastor Mike Robinson, Senior Pastor of Greater Enon Missionary Baptist Church. I want to appeal to all of you who are watching this video. This November 3rd is the national election for a presidential candidate. I'm urging all of you to talk to your friends, your family, your co-workers, your neighbors, your fraternity brothers, your sorority sisters, people in your churches. I'm strongly urging you to tell those individuals to get out and vote. We cannot sit by and abstain and not participate in this election. This election is about life and death. I'll give you an example. This current administration just petitioned the Supreme Court of the United States to abolish in its entirety the Affordable Care Act. Some of you know it as Obamacare. If the Affordable Care Act is abolished, that means millions of Americans who are low income, who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it, will be without health care. And for many who have pre-existing conditions, that's a matter of life and death. And for this country to be in the midst of one of the world's worst pandemics, and America leads the world in global infections of coronavirus. We're number one in the world for infections. This current administration is petitioning the Supreme Court to abolish the lifeline of health care that will put millions at risk. Think about that. I want you to think about that. That doesn't make sense. That's wicked. Under this current administration, you have over 20 million people unemployed because of this current administration's ineptitude to manage early on when it found out about the coronavirus, but because of their slow reaction as a result of the economy having to shut down and some businesses that have gone under and won't be coming back, you got over 20 million unemployed people in this country. I mean, you're talking about Depression era numbers there. Under this current administration, you've seen an avalanche of lies on top of lies on top of lies. Under this current administration, you've seen politicians sympathizing with white supremacists. Under this current administration, because it gave huge tax breaks to the upper 2% of the wealthiest people in this country who don't really need the tax breaks. But because this current administration gave the upper 2% of the wealthiest in this country massive tax breaks, this current administration wants to rape Social Security and to take that money to pay for the tax breaks that it's given to the super rich. And the economists, if you look at the research, the economists have determined that by year 2023, that's only 3 years away, if this current administration plans go through, Social Security will not exist anymore. Social Security is not an entitlement. You and I pay into Social Security, and you have millions of senior citizens and millions of elderly folk, retired folks, senior citizens and retired folk who've paid into that all of their life, paid into Social Security all of their life. And to have that snatched from them because this current administration wants to use Social Security to pay for the massive tax breaks it's given to the super rich, you're removing a financial lifeline that our senior citizens and our retirees depend on. It's not an entitlement program. This is a program people have paid into all their life. This current administration, it's been documented that it has mocked and ridiculed clergy behind closed doors, so it doesn't respect religious leaders. It doesn't respect religious leaders. This current administration puts America at risk by, telling you it's okay to gather at massive rallies, political rallies, and all sorts of mass gatherings. You don't have to wear a mask. But then we see that these types of events are breeding grounds for surges in the virus infections. These are just tips of the iceberg under this current administration. All I'm telling you is to vote. I'm giving you open, honest criticism about this current administration. You vote Republican or Democrat, you can even write in a vote. I don't care. Just vote. Get out and vote. I don't care. But I'm wise. I'm going to use my brain. And I'm not going to be a one-trick political pony where just because I have this one issue that I hold high and mighty in my life, and this one candidate who supports that one issue, I'm going to vote for him for that reason. But what about the thousands of other wrong things that this candidate supports? Does that make any difference to you? Is that important to you? So I need you to really think about how you're going to vote. I really need you to think about this election on November the 3rd being a vote for the life of America. Many of our international allies have turned a cold shoulder to us because of this current administration. It is a very divisive administration. Now, I don't care whether you vote Republican, Democrat, or whether you just write in the name of a candidate. I'm pleading with you to get out and vote. I'm very critical of this administration because this current administration has done a lot of wrong and damage to this country. And it has allowed racism and white supremacists to be emboldened. This current administration doesn't care about the middle class or the low income Americans that are struggling to just make it day by day. This current administration doesn't care about the middle class or the low income individuals in this country. It's apparent with some of its policies and decision making. So we gotta be smart. What direction do you want this country to go in? Do you want us to continue to be the laughing stock of the international community? Do you want violence to continue to rise? Because violence has risen under this current administration. We see riots, we see looting. That's not happening under a future candidate's administration. These kind of knucklehead things are happening right now under the current administration that can't get a handle on it. The one thing this current administration does extremely well is deflection and accusations and lies. And when you really look close and when you really listen carefully to all of the accusations made by this current administration, it's really everything that they say is wrong with the other guy. It's what they're currently guilty of doing now. So I want you to really think about how you're going to vote, because the life of this country depends on it. If you want decency, if you want honesty, if you want integrity, because we haven't had that in years, you can vote for change. Vote this upcoming election. Drive people to the polls. Walk people to the polls. Bring your chair. Wear some sneakers or comfortable shoes. Bring a snack, because the lines might be long. But I need you to get out and vote. Vote this November 3rd. Because this current administration, it's not working for me. It's just not hitting it for me. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. And may the Spirit of God encourage you to vote.